Bears. One cave.
I never told you about meeting Oliver Stone.
You didn't tell me because I saw the picture. I'm like, what the fuck? Where was it?
At my friend's house. It was Chinese New Year's.
Right.
I was the only one that dressed in authentic Chinese New Year's garb.
You really love Chinese New Year.
I love it. It fills you with luck.
Yeah.
I'm the luckiest motherfucker in town. And so I got $2,022 in fresh ones. I bought the...
You just walk into a bank for that?
Yeah, no, I have to you got to get it ordered.
Yeah.
I order it way ahead of time. And then I used to, back in the day, I just get like 1,000 of fresh ones. But I like to get the amount that is the year. And then I dress in full authentic Chinese New Year's garb, like silk suit. And it's fun. That's shirtless. I'm shirtless at the time.
He looks thrilled.
Yeah, he was not. I'm good.
Look at this fucking psycho. Yeah.
Well, I fire hosed him. I don't think he stood a chance.
Yeah.
Because he walks in. We're sitting there. My friend Sandy hired like this. I should give him credit because they were fans of mine. This Chinese dance troupe. It's a nonprofit, and they bring a dragon. They bring drums, and the dragon goes through the house and gets all the evil spirits out. And then we feed the dragon oranges, and then I'm watching this whole thing, and just fucking Oliver Stone walks by. I've wanted to talk to this guy. I wanted to say something to him my whole career because he's the reason I'm in this business. Him exclusively is the reason I'm in this business. It's so funny too because I kind of as I started telling him this, part of me was like,
Did his eyes glass over and he was like,
well, no, it's like, well, this is what happened. So for anyone listening, I'm sure you already know the story, but in 1997, that article was written about me in Rolling Stone. There was a dude who took it out and tried to help sell the article. I signed with an agent. I had the same agent as the writer did, and he took it, and Oliver Stone's company optioned the rights to this story, to that article, to be more specific, and that gave me the confidence to get into stand up. Like that was Oliver Stone optioned the rights to my life. That was like all of a sudden you're like, well then fuck, I might as well try stand up, you know. So I tried stand up, and then it went well, and then I moved to New York, and I had this confidence of this guy, his company, optioned the rights to my life. Like that, I'm moving forward. This is going to be a big thing. It's like a momentum. And then I got into stand up, and then Will Smith discovered me, and then the option fell apart. Right, but whatever. I wanted to tell him, you know, without you, I don't know if I'd ever be here. So I met him. So one time I was at Good Morning America. Have I told you this?
I don't think so.
And so we're in the elevator. I'm doing something for Travel Channel. We're in the elevator, and they're like, "Can we hold the elevator?" We're going downstairs. I'm doing like a cooking segment with Michael Simon and Mark Sanchez. They're like, "Can we hold for a second?" And I go, and they're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oliver Stone's going to come in the elevator." So I'm like, "Here's my chance. I'm going to say, Mr. Stone, my name is Bert Kreischer. In 1997, your company optioned the rights to my life. It gave me the confidence to stand up, and I want to thank you because if it wasn't for you and your company believing in me, I wouldn't be here today." That's what I want to say. He comes in the elevator, and I extend my hand. I go, "Mr. Stone, my name is Bert Kreischer," and his assistant goes, "Bert the Conqueror! Holy shit, my kids fucking love you!" And it's his like PR publicity.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my God, Oliver, this guy is." And then we're going down. This guy is so funny. He does podcasts. You do podcasts too, right? And I was like, yeah. I do podcasts. And oh my God, Oliver, this guy is hilarious. And the door's open. He goes, "Well, I'm going to have to check you out." And he just walked out, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, no harm, no foul.
Right.
I got my chance. Probably never see him again.
Yeah.
See him walk in the Chinese New Year party. And I'm like, I pulled my friend Sandy aside. And I was like, "Hey, I wouldn't ask. I need you to introduce me to Oliver Stone." She's like, "Okay." Now everyone's trying to meet Oliver Stone. He's in the back. He's with his wife, and like everyone.
Is Sandy friends with him?
So interestingly enough, our best friends, Tom and Sandy, are Tom's mom. Oliver optioned the rights to Tom's mom's life and made the movie When Heaven and Earth Change Places. That's our friend Tom Hayslip. That's his mom. his mom's story. It is. I mean, intense. I know this woman very well. I know her very well. Her story is intense. I mean, the things that I remember. You've met her before.
I have?
Yeah. We did a podcast with her one time.
What?
Yeah, and she was at my house, and she came in. I remember saying, "What was the worst thing you remember out of the Vietnam War?" And she said they dropped my brother out of a helicopter into our village. And I was like, "What?" By the way, that's not even the worst. I mean, I don't want to go into her story too much because it's pretty intense. But like, they tied him up to a pole. They put snakes in their outfits. Like they covered her with honey. Had ants attack her. They thought she was Viet Cong, and then they tortured her. They thought she was on the other side. Tortured her. She got tortured by both sides, and then she was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to the States." And she married this guy, moved to the States. Anyway, that's her story. When heaven and earth changed places. That's how they know Oliver. She's still good friends with Oliver Stone.
This is whose mom?
Tom's mom. Sandy is Tom's wife. So I said, "Sandy, you got to introduce me to Oliver Stone." She was like, "All right." So they bring me out. What I don't realize is I should have never said anything. I should have just said that, because they're like, "Oliver, this is Bert Kreischer. He's a very successful stand-up comedian." I should have left it at that. I don't need to tell the man my backstory, right? I don't need to do the thank you thing. I should have just said, "It's a pleasure to meet you," and say, "I finally met the guy that helped me." I didn't need to. But fuck, I'm drunk. I'm shirtless. I don't even realize I'm shirtless. I have a stack of, I have 2001s in my hand. And he's like, it's just a lot coming at him.
Yeah.
And then I said, "Mr. Stone, my name is Bert Kreischer." I did the whole spiel. And then he goes, who optioned it? And I was like, "I don't fucking know. Like, it's 27 years ago." So then I pivot. I'm like, "One time I met you at Good Morning America," and I tell him the Good Morning America story, and now I'm confusing him. He was like, "Okay, do you work for Good Morning America?" And I was like, "Motherfucker." I was like, "I'm talking too much. And
he's like, "Are you on-air talent for Good Morning America?"
And I was like, we were going downstairs to do a cooking segment with Michael Simon. He's like, "Who's Michael Simon?" And I was like, "Mark Sanchez. He played for the Jets." He's like, "Did you play football?" And I was like, "No, I'm the machine." And he's like, "Huh?" And I was like, I got involved with the Russian mafia when I was a kid. I'm like, "What the fuck am I doing?" It was spiraling out of control. It spiraled out of control so bad that Leanne's going like this, stop. And I just go, "I just want to thank you. Thank you very much." And I walk away, and he was like, "Who optioned the rights to his life?" Like, it's just like, who the fuck did that? Like, it did not go well. So I'm never going to fucking, it's like the first time, I feel like that when I met Joe for the first time. I just fucking put my foot in my mouth every time I went to his door, and I was like, "Big fan, I need to see your dog. I want to play pool. I want to see your deprivation tank. I want to get high. And then this is going to be great." And he was like, I was like, fuck. I'm bad at meeting celebrities. You're good at it.
Yeah, you've said that before.
Yeah, I'm so like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I would have fucked that up so bad. What, you be Brad Pitt, I'll be me. Ready?
Okay.
Someone introduced me.
Hey.
Okay, first off, I gotta tell you, I've been making jokes that you are the one guy that can pull me in the closet and make out with me. Just so you know. So if you hear that, like, what the fuck? Why do I start with that? Jennifer Aniston for safety. You ever see that video? Why am I talking about your ex? Motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? I'm not the guy that can meet celebrities.
Bert and Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call two bears, one cave.